Hi, I'm Tim Heaney, but who are you? Well, most people would agree that you and I are essentially a combination of at least two main things, your body and your mind.
So your body, of course, is the hardware, the physical stuff that you are made of, and it's the mechanism which the other parts of you need in order to exist. It's not just a machine that contains the real you. It is part of who you are. You can't have a human being without a body. And of course also there are elements of your body which define your personality and your nature, the hormones that run through you, the DNA that you are made of, etc., etc. Your mind is the information, the data, the programs that work your body, that instruct it how to do things, and the data, of course, is your memories, your experiences, the formation of who you are. And contained within that, key memories are based on relationships, your family, your parents, if you knew them or were brought up by them, your friends, your culture, your environment. All of these things are contained in your mind and are the other key part most people would recognize of who you are. But people of faith would argue that there is in fact a third element necessary to make up a human being, and that is the divine spark within each and every person. That we would argue there is a light within you, a part of the divine, however you may or may not interpret that to be. And that we keep that spark alive. We become fully human by feeding the spiritual side of our nature as well as the physical and the mental side of our nature. And to keep that spiritual side alive and topped up, we need contact with the divine, with who I would define as God. And we keep that power by contacting God through prayer, through meditation, through worship, through whatever other way you keep that fan that flame within you. So I would say that you and I, who are we? We are mind, body and spirit. We are the combination inseparably of those three things. So how does all that affect who I am? Well, spiritually, I'm a practicing Christian, and I try to keep the spiritual side of who I am active and alive. In terms of my mind, my memories, my experiences, I'm a product of my culture. I grew up in Britain. I think the 7 years I spent in Dubai has had an effect on who I am, alongside, of course, the general experiences I've had being a priest, and, of course, my relationships, my parents, my siblings, my friends, my wife, my children, my grandson. Physically, I am a 64-year-old out of condition man. I have had my DNA tested and that's confirmed that a good chunk of me is Irish, but also I've got quite a bit of Scottish and a little bit of Welsh as well. I'm nearly 50% Celtic, and whilst that may not have affected me physically, knowing that I think has affected who I am. And alongside inheriting an Irish surname, Heaney, has made me interested in my Irish ancestry. And during the sabbatical I've done a little bit of research, and I think I found out where my Irish ancestors come from in Northern Ireland. And I'd like to do a bit more about that, and also developing some of the other things that I've just been talking about.
So, I've come here today to Gatwick Airport. I'm flying to Northern Ireland for a week. I'm going to be exercising my mind, my body and my spirit. In some walking, some eating, some drinking, some exploring of St Patrick's Pilgrim's route, and hopefully visiting the place where I believe my family came from. You are very welcome to join me on that journey over the week ahead.